So, we're in Verziliani in the province of Grosseto, overlooking the Maremma Valley, and over behind that first ridge is the Med, and then the Tuscan Islands in the background. Verziliani's claim to fame is Pope Gregory the IV, I think, was born here in the 11th century at some point, famous for reforming the Catholic Church and fighting with Emperor Henry IV again, I think, maybe. Might be mixing this up. Go and do your own research. He was venerated as a saint after his death, but reviled during his life widely. Oh, by the way, this is our new rental, so we're here for 2 months. It is late November now, 22nd. It's about 12 degrees, something like that. And this is my first video in a while because we were viewing houses, we were travelling the countryside, and I also took a trip back to Scotland. You may have seen my London video. And today we're just going to explore a wee ginger cat hunting. Bit overcast. I checked the weather app, which thinks I'm in Semproniano, which is further up the road here on the right, and it said disruption due to thunderstorms. If you're interested in a loft apartment, there's one for sale here. The estate agent would lead you to believe that this is where the Pope was born, and this piazza is called Piazza Ildebrando da Suana. Ildebrando da Suana is Hildebrand of Suana, which was Gregory's name before he took the papacy. There you go. I learned all that from our landlord. And considering how quiet this place is, I mean, that's us, we've walked out of Verziliano. Hell of a motors go past. Smell of wood smoke, strong in the air again. Predominant heating system. The Maremma Valley is really quite stunning. We're on the highest hill, I was going to say mountain, that's it there, it's hardly a mountain. So we get to see the view over the entire valley. We are narrowing our search down a bit. Those of you who follow my Instagram might have seen pictures from San Cassiano de Bani, which I think is our favourite place to purchase our property in at the moment. I gotta say though, we were in a little town yesterday, his name has escaped me. Nope, Santa Fiona, I think, and it captivated me as well. It really did. Each one of these medieval walled towns that we go to becomes my new favourite. So if you want a ruin, there's a wall and some tiles and some land. Much land? Who knows? But Vendese means for sale, as does Vendi. There's so much property up for sale in Italy that searching online is fruitful to some extent if you're not here, but it's so much easier just to go for a walk. I think this will be a short one for our first exploration. We moved in yesterday 11 a.m. and then promptly had to get out and get some shopping in because predominantly religious and Catholic country, supermarkets and local grocer shops. Well, the local grocers are not open on a Sunday at all, but the supermarkets close at between 12:30 and 1. Although we've picked a very beautiful area with a Michelin recommended restaurant, believe it or not, which we'll walk past, Trattoria La Posta. Although we picked that, it's 30 minutes that way to the nearest supermarket and 40 minutes that way. And by the time we'd unpacked and unloaded, it was going to be 12:30 by the time we arrived, and the supermarket would be shut that way. So we drove that way and found one that closes at 1 and got in and out just in time. Oh, there's a path down here, that'll save us a little bit. So yeah, that was what yesterday was. Came back, I cooked a little carbonara with guanciale. I can only do it with pancetta mostly in the UK, but guanciale is what you're supposed to use. Pancetta is basically belly pork, whereas guanciale is cheek. So I made that. Rita and I watched a film, and then exhausted, went to bed. There you go. And who says life is boring here? I've got some video of the Tuscan roads and some of the ribbon roads that we drove over. But here, I mean, look, this is plainly 2 cars. You go up there a bit towards Semproniano, and the road surface deteriorates so badly that I need to put a cushion on my head because I hit my head off the roof when we're driving out on it. Nothing, of course, to do with my wife's lead foot. Incidentally, I haven't driven in Tuscany. Umbria was my limit. Much easier, much flatter, see everything. Although this is, I mean, I'm going to have to get behind the wheel anyway because it's just impractical. There's a trail route I want to do which starts down in Saturnia, which is about 10 minutes drive that way down this road. And Saturnia is famous for having a hot spring, much like Iceland's Blue Lagoon. It's rather beautiful. So I definitely want to do that trail route. But it won't be today. I need to see what the weather's like. It's supposed to be raining here. I've seen no evidence of it yet. Very peaceful though. And look at the views. It's when I hear the dogs barking. The Maremma Valley is also home to the Maremma dog, which is a large Gabardine sheepdog. You probably heard me talk about it in previous videos. It's one of the wean-eating ducks, no a handbag duck. I'm going to put a link in the description down to them. I find them absolutely gorgeous, and they're everywhere around here. In fact, we were viewing a house in Montebourne, and there was one just cutting about the main road, happy as you like, and you swerve to avoid it. They're big ducks. So, come full circle a wee bit. That's our house up there with the red shutters. Ours is in the far left, unit the far left. The one on the far right is up for sale as well, and available for holiday lets. And the one next door to it is also available for rent and holiday lets. Look at the ground here, just littered. Where's the acorns? Obviously no squirrels here. Just plenty of pigs. At the weekend we watched the guys, the locals all gathering together Saturday and Sunday for the Chingwali hunt, a wild boar or wild pig hunt. On this tree here that looks like it's dotted with little orange pumpkins almost is persimmon. Unfortunately they're a bit past their peak now. There's a few trees still left. They look like almost like Christmas baubles, or as my wife was saying yesterday, Halloween baubles, because of their colouring and the reminder of pumpkins. So we're now coming into Catabio, I think. Saturnia with its hot springs. We sign there. Now well into autumn, obviously, and because we're a bit higher in altitude than we were at San Cassiano in particular, everything is burnt sear or orange. Catabio it is. There's artichokes just growing at the edge of that field. I don't know if they're volunteers or if they've been planted. We're going to go left into Catabio. Apologies for any Italian speakers and my mangling of your language. I am trying. Love these junctions. So the main road goes that way. There's a stop line here to go right, a stop line to go left with a slight triangle to separate you, and then a dotted line to come off. But as nobody indicates, and very few use the stop line, it's just a kind of free-for-all. Apparently we are too stringent rule followers in the UK, according to Rita. This is the little restaurant I was talking about earlier. Trattoria La Posta. In the Michelin Guide, 17 and 18 anyway. Bottega. Fruit, bread and wine shop. What more do you need? Anything else would just be greedy. A yappy duck. Who knows what's for sale there? Can't be a single dwelling, I wouldn't expect. It looks like apartments. The colours in these. There you go, 11 o'clock. We were yesterday just south of Santa Fiora. There's a geothermal power plant in operation. It's like I was saying, Saturnia with its hot springs. This area is geothermically active, very active. So much like in Iceland. Fasten pipes into the ground, draw the hot water out, fire it through a turbine, Bob's your uncle. Electricity. The downside of that is just south of Santa Fiora. It's a Marima by the sound yet. No. The entire valley stinks of sulphur. Swings and roundabouts. Green electricity, smelly egg water. On the other side. And Daisy. In the left there. These are two finished trucks, I think. There's nothing to say that's private. So that might be tomorrow's walk or run. This is also a problem. No signal. There you go, folks. Just a wee wander round our hamlet for the next couple of months. You'll be seeing a lot more of it, and I'll be exploring what's up there and what's round the next corner. As ever, subscribe, like, alert, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, whatever the hell you like. Ciao.